What's up, fight fans? In today's video,
Я Khabib Nurmagomedov.
guys, I recently came across a touching video on social media where a Muslim woman shared an incredible story about how Khabib profoundly impacted an American woman and her son. It's truly inspiring to see the influence celebrities can have on people's lives. Also in the video, Ilia Topuria is turning up the heat between him and Khabib's team.
Sure.
Islam Makhachev has agreed to fight Ilia Topuria, but with one condition.
Так что пусть переходит, заслуживает свой шанс, и мы поделимся обязательно.
Meanwhile, Paddy Pimblett didn't hold back, ripping into Ilia Topuria and calling him a midget. And, as usual, Conor McGregor made another wild move. So, without further ado, let's get started. As I mentioned at the start of the video, I recently came across a really touching clip on social media where a Muslim woman shared an incredible story about how Khabib had a huge impact on an American family. Despite all his fame and success, Khabib has always remained humble, respectful, and deeply committed to his faith. The way he carries himself, both in and out of the octagon, really resonated with American woman and her son. They were so inspired by his strong values and the way he lived his life that they began learning about Islam. And they eventually converted, citing Khabib's character as a major influence.
I have a sister in Florida. Sister Elizabeth, she lives in Florida. She says her whole life she liked watching UFC. An American lady, you know, they love it. She was so touched by Khabib when he saw, like, the way he treats people, the way he talks. She said when he won in UFC, he was just Alhamdulillah. You know, she said that touched her heart so much. As a Christian lady.
Christian.
Yeah, she was Christian before, apparently.
Wow,
She says the first time she even thought that Islam is good was Khabib. And then her son became Muslim 1 year after that. She was so upset. She was like, oh my God, my son is Muslim now. And then she researches and everything. She becomes Muslim 1 year after. But she says it all started with Khabib watching him in UFC fights. She says for the first time, she said, okay, these people are not terrorists. These people are good. Look at Khabib, he's the most gentleman, you know, subhanAllah.
Alhamdulillah.
And
That's
she-
very fantastic because I have.
I just got it too, subhanAllah. I will tell her to, inshallah, send you, and I will ask her to send her story,
I will send
inshallah.
Habib this video.
This story is a powerful reminder of how public figures can inspire positive change, and how authenticity and integrity can transcend cultural and religious boundaries. Khabib's impact goes beyond sports, proving that true influence lies in one's character. However, Khabib's career isn't without its complexities. Many believe he left the sport too early and could have achieved even more, possibly rewriting UFC history, but Khabib himself has no regrets about his decision. He has repeatedly stated that his retirement was tied to a promise he made to his mother, and he remains firm in his resolve not to return to the octagon as a fighter. Instead, he focuses on mentoring his brothers and other fighters, ensuring they have the tools to succeed. But still, there are things Khabib seems to be ashamed of. Even Eagle doesn't see his career as perfect in every way. Khabib admitted he only watches his old fights and has avoided old interviews and press conferences since then. He probably realizes that back then, he did certain things because he was caught up in the business side of it. And now, if he were still fighting, he wouldn't insult his opponents or trash talk. Khabib probably meant trash talk with McGregor here. But what if Khabib had lost to McGregor that night? No doubt, Khabib wouldn't be as famous as he is today. In a recent interview with MMA Fighting, Bellator lightweight champ and Khabib's cousin, Usman Nurmagomedov, said McGregor's brutal loss to Khabib still haunts him.
What did you make of that? Like, it's so weird that he's like attacking Paul Hughes for being respectful towards you and your family.
I don't know, brother. Maybe because of Khabib kick his ass. He won a revanche, but he have to believe with this all his life, and his kids have to believe with this all his life. When his kids will grow, like when his kids will 18 or 12, people will say, hey, your father was try do some of the crazy stuff, but some guy from mountain, from Dagestan, come to American and kick your father ass. And that's it. That's why he cannot sleep even.
Ilia Topuria is turning up the heat between him and Khabib's team. The Georgian is pushing Khabib and Islam's pride by calling Jon Jones the greatest fighter of all time, not Khabib.
Who's like your top 3 fighters of all time?
The first one has to be Jon Jones. You have to give the credit to that man, because to me it's too fun when I see people comparing him with the Dagestani guys, even with Khabib, with Islam or that. All the respect to all the champions, but for example, Khabib, he has how many? 14, 15 fights in the UFC. Jon Jones have 15 title defenses.
Jon Jones has transcended eras in the UFC. He's been around since like George St. Pierre, like
exactly.
Everyone else is retired.
Exactly.
He's still going.
I don't know. For me, he's the number one.
As you've noticed, Topuria is so eager to fight Islam Makhachev that he's starting to stir things up for their potential matchup. The Georgian, without insulting anyone, is trying to play on Khabib and Islam's pride, hoping to provoke Islam into saying, "This guy's talking too much and I need to shut him up." Of course, many people aren't fond of what the Georgian said, but guys, this is all part of a bigger game. In a recent interview with Match TV, Makhachev explained what Topuria needs to do in order to share the octagon with him. According to Makhachev, the Georgian featherweight champion has 2 options: either clear out his current division or move up to the lightweight category and earn a title shot by facing top lightweights. "I heard that he has problems cutting weight and can no longer make the limit in his weight class," Makhachev said in the interview. "Probably he's gained some fat from the good life and wants to move up, leave the belt and switch divisions. But I'm not going to give him a chance right away because he hasn't done all the work in his weight class, where he only has 1 title defense. There are other contenders he should have beaten, but he doesn't want to cut weight anymore. So let him move up. He deserves his chance and we will definitely fight," Makhachev said in the interview.
Вот так вот, когда заходишь в гости, чемпион UFC. Так, и смотрите, кто у нас? Ислам Махачев Волконовский. Вот так вот.
Paddy Pimblett didn't hold back when discussing Ilia Topuria, calling him a midget and emphasizing the significant size difference between them. Pimblett made it clear that if Topuria decides to move up to the lightweight division, the former UFC double champ just made another big move outside the cage. He signed an all-girl music group, Sweet Love, to his label, Greenback Records.
Ladies and gentlemen, an amazing day for Greenback Records. I'm super proud and excited to announce the signing of the biggest girl band since the Spice Girls. Introducing Sweet Love. Woo! Over here, we have the beautiful Venice.
Hey guys.
We have the beautiful Honey.
Hi.
Gorgeous Jasmine.
Hey.
And gorgeous Maya.
Hi.
We have new music coming soon, real soon. Stay tuned and follow us on @SweetLove.
Woo!
Let's go, Sweet Love! Yeah! Let's go, Greenback Records! Sweet Love to the top!
It's a big statement, especially since the Spice Girls were a worldwide sensation, selling over 100 million CDs and shaping pop culture. But confidence has never been an issue for him. And with his business smarts, Sweet Love might just blow up.
Cold outside, like when you walked on my life, why you walked on my life? 'Cause I get like this every time. All these days I feel like you and me. Heartbreak anniversary.
Alexander Usyk has revealed his plans for the final chapter of his illustrious boxing career. In a recent statement, he announced his intention to have 2 more fights before retiring. The Ukrainian boxer expressed his desire to make his final bout a blockbuster showdown against Alex Pereira.
Alex Pereira? Maybe. Why not?
Now, I just heard you say that you think you've only got 2 fights left in your career, so I guess that rules out a return to cruiserweight. In an ideal world, who are those 2 fights for Alexander Usyk?
First, it's who win next fight in 22 February. But next maybe show fight with Alex Pereira. Maybe. Why not? Alex Vona.
That's all for today. If you enjoyed the video, please like it and subscribe to our channel. We'd be very grateful.